I'm out of my pond right now and I'm about to purposefully get a backlash just to show you guys how to get it out. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about bait casters and why backlashes happen in the first place. That way maybe next time we can prevent it from happening. So with a bait caster, whenever you press this button, the spool freely goes. And depending on your settings, it can actually go a little bit too far and spin up like it did right there. Actually spinning too much and spinning the wrong way. Because as your lure's flying through the air, it is actively pulling line out of the reel. But whenever your lure hits the water, your spool is still spinning, but the lure is no longer pulling it out of the reel, making it just ball up right here in the reel and causing some pretty nasty looking backlash. And to prevent it, this little knob right here is the most important thing you can do. This is your tension knob. It dictates how fast and how loose your spool is whenever you press the button and let it fly. And to prevent most backlashes, you need to get that set right. Go ahead and tighten it down as much as you can. Don't worry about really cranking it, you don't need to. But to the point to where whenever you press the button, your spool does not fall at all because your tension is so tight. From there, you're gonna watch your lure and you're slowly gonna back this off until your lure slowly starts to fall, just like that. And whenever it touches the ground or touches the water, your spool's gonna stop. But now that we understand backlashes, how can I reverse engineer a backlash to make sure I get one? I wanna make sure that my spool is spinning fast and that the lure ain't pulling it. And there you go, there is a nasty looking backlash. First thing I wanna do with this thing, push down the button, and we're just gonna slowly pull this thing out. I'd keep your finger right here too. Keep your finger on this, that way you don't give yourself another backlash. You're just gonna hold down, you're just gonna pull. And eventually, depending on how bad it is, you may just be able to pull it, and it eventually come all the way out. And you want to pull that backlash until it's a really clean spool. If there's a little loop here and a little loop there, it's not really done. Keep pulling. But for me, I have hit a dead spot, okay? I've got to a spot to where I cannot pull no more. From here, I'm going to pull my thumb back, and I'm going to look and see where this is catching. Usually you can see it. So right there it is. I'm just going to reach in, grab it. I'm going to pull that thing out. And then I'm going to try to pull again, and boom, it just freed up. You're going to do that probably about 60 times, depending on how bad this is. I'm just pulling. It's just line that's wrapped over each other, and you're just trying to get that out. So I'm just reaching in and pulling. Not all backlashes are created equal. Some of them's way worse than others. This one looks pretty bad. But that's just the name of the game. There's little loops in there. You're just going to reach in there and pull them things out. Sometimes you're not going to get the right loop, but keep looking, keep pulling. By golly, you've done got this far. Don't worry about pulling your line too much. And there we go, just pulled out another one. There we go, pulled out another one. And now it's getting even nastier in there. Not a problem, not a problem. Probably the biggest tool you need to get a backlash out is patience. Because it could take you 20 minutes, but we're just going to sit here and pick at it. We're going to pull this backlash and see, there we go. We just got over another loop. Now I'm right back in another one. So I'm going to pull it a little bit and I'm going to look in there. I'm going to see where that folds over. Hope you guys can see that. I'm grabbing that and I'm pulling it out as far as it can go. See, what that was is this was simply twisted 3 times like that. Weird. How did it happen? Don't know. Happened at light speed. But then I keep pulling, keep picking, keep pulling, and eventually you're going to come to a really clean spool. You're just going to make sure it's good. If there's a little loop in there, get that out. Just keep on pulling. Once you do that, engage your reel. I like to hold mine in my fingers right here because you want it to have some tension so that it can actually jump right back on that spool tight and everything. If it's not tight, it could cause problems, but boom. Right there, I just had a really nasty backlash and I was able to get it out. Now let me break the not so great news to you. There are backlashes you will not be able to get out. So what do? Honestly, I'd give it about 5 to 10 minutes and I'd just pick at it. If you are convinced that you cannot do it, first of all, slow down. It's okay. It's not that big. It's not terrible. But sometimes you just gotta take the scissors to it. All right. I would recommend scissors, not a knife. Because a knife, fishing reels are rounded, they're slick. You get crazy in there, you get aggravated, you may end up back here, and you don't want to do that. Don't do no, let's just do scissors nice and slow. It's okay, it's not that big a deal. Everybody backlashes, it's part of it. If you're having a lot of backlashes, here's what I would recommend doing though. I'd go to Walmart, buy like, if you're on a bait caster, I'd say like 12-pound test is really good. Buy a bulk spool of cheap 12-pound test and just fish with it throughout the summer. And if you get some bad backlashes, don't worry about it too bad. If it comes down to it, just cut it out. It's not a big deal. Everybody backlashes, especially at the beginning. every single person in the world that's tried to cast a bait caster has backlashed at one point. But another thing you can do as you're learning to make sure the backlash doesn't go super deep is, say you do figure out, you make a good cast or something, your good average cast, that's maybe, I don't know, 20 or 30 yards. You can then come in with a piece of duct tape and put it right here and kind of spin it up. That way it pretty much ends your spool right here. So that worst case scenario, the deepest backlash you can get is up to that tape, since the tape won't let the line go under it, you know? So number one, make sure your tension knob is at the right tension. Number two, make sure that your lure is not too light for the bait caster. Number three, you got to understand it's going to happen, and that it's normal, and that it's okay, and it's even good, because every time you backlash, you gain a little bit of experience. And number four, if you're just getting started, don't be afraid, buy some cheap 12-pound test, and don't be afraid to just cut it off if you have to. If y'all are looking to learn more about bass fishing, I made this video right here kind of telling my top 5 lures I personally like for bass fishing, as well as this video right here kind of just covering the basics of bass fishing and bass themselves, since the number one thing about fishing is knowing the fish you're trying to catch. See you guys later.